What's up, everyone, and Happy New Year from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, Frisco, Colorado, to be precise. Yeah, and I'm gonna be doing another journal entry. So now, but from 5 minutes from now, from right now when I'm speaking in this video, you actually I shouldn't say you because I don't know how many of you are outside the Pacific time, but for anyone in Pacific time it will be New Year, so that will be great for all of you. If we hit that time in this video, I will wish you all a Happy New Year when I first notice the clock. Can't guarantee it right on the spot because I might forget. I have to check the clock for your equals. So yeah, I'll be checking the clock frequently. So for starters, actually I want to correct something from my previous journal entry. So when me and my dad were driving back from Huntsville, Alabama, from our segment on our second day from going from Lafayette, Louisiana to Houston, Texas, I actually drove from Lafayette to the Texas Welcome Center, and then my dad from the Texas Welcome Center to a restaurant in Houston called Chamagucha. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse buffet, but we didn't get the buffet. We just got a regular meal. Oh my goodness. Oh man, best steak with rice on the side I'll ever have. If any of you visit Houston, go to Chamagucha, yeah. Okay, but now to get on to the more recent events that I did not mention. Okay, so first of all, for the let's see, last time I did my journal entry. So since last time I did my journal entry was the day after Christmas, I believe. Yeah, let me check that really quickly. Yep, it was the day after Christmas, all right. Okay, so since then I said that I asked you all if you wanted me to do the terminal velocity challenge. And I also did a Twitter poll, but no one replied here. So I don't assume answers if nobody replies. So a no reply is a no reply. I understand. But if you didn't want to comment on that, and then on the Twitter poll, yeah. I set up one, and then I thought I had a typo, but it turns out actually, I think I did have a typo. So then I retyped it, but then I had a typo again. So basically, unfortunately, what happened was the first two times, there was like a 2 votes yes and 1 vote your call. This time it was 6 votes, 5 of them yes, and 1 of them maybe. There was no, and there was no your call. Okay, so about that. I failed the terminal velocity challenge horribly, but at the same time, can't say I got close. My predictions for my maximum instantaneous speed are range between 25 and 30 meters per second. If you want to know what terminal velocity is in meters per second, that's approximately between 53 and 54 meters per second. Yes. I started to learn that was a very high speed. Very high. I mean, 25 and 30 meters per second, going down about 45-degree incline. It's kind of scary. Going over bumps, even one time I kind of started floating in the air and then basically came down onto the ground like that. So yeah, that was kind of frightening, but no, but in the end though, the more I tried, the more daring I got. It seemed like the more fun it was. I don't know why, but it was just really fun. And all, I enjoyed skiing, and you know what? I mean, trying to ski uphill, like kind of doing this and just chugging yourself forward, basically. Man, it was so tiring that one time I told one of the ski lift operators, like, you know what, hey, dude, you know what? When I get back home, my arms are gonna get in so much work. I'm gonna be swinging that bat like it's nothing. Yeah. Okay, it's about approximately 1 minute. 1 minute from now, you'll all be Happy New Year and all that Pacific time. And then so then what did I do for this New Year's Eve? Well, nothing much. Went out with my sisters, my mom and my grandmother. Did some window shopping. We ended up getting Chipotle because my mom wanted to thank me for coming out on a family outing, because I usually don't go with them. I know, kind of sinister of me. I should do it more often. Well, and then we went to see Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Comment below if you want me to give a movie review on that. And so, after I tell you all Happy New Year, I will reveal the secret I want to tell you about my calculus grade. that wasn't really not necessary. Oh, shucks, sorry, this is gonna be on video. Okay. Oh, and Happy New Year! Happy New Year to everyone in the Pacific time zone. Happy New Year to all of you. It is now 1 o'clock Mountain Time, which is now 12 a.m. Pacific time, and all that, so Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, first comment below if you want me to do a review on Star Wars: Last Jedi, and then now I'm gonna tell you about my calculus grade. So okay, so the grade I went into winter break, and now the grade I'm going into the new year with for calculus is an A-. So I'm finally back in the A club again. So yeah, that was so great. And okay, so what happened was I got an 116 out of 120 on my chapter 6 and 7 test, and a 73 out of 80 on my chapter 8 test. And so, in other words, both of them are A's. Now, on the chapter 7 test, okay, I want to make a disclaimer here, first of all. Okay, I'm going to raise my hand up. Okay, I'm going to raise my right hand up to swear to you. I am not trying to brag here, okay? This happened, okay? This actually happened. Okay, so, in the class, there was this one problem where my teacher said no one got it, only one person in this entire period got right. And there was only one person who got -1 off of it. Turns out the person who quote-unquote got it right was me. However, I found an error in there. And I told my teacher, hey, you missed this. Because basically I thought, you know what, I should acknowledge the error, basically. Because in the end, in other words, no one got it correct, because if I was the person who got it correct, but then I find errors, then only two possibilities. One, no one else got it right. Two, well, no, sorry, someone else got it right, or two, no one did. That's just the truth. That would just be it then. But then his response was, well, and then also I might point out another error, and what it was is that he took points off for getting another problem wrong, but he didn't take it off from the total. So let's say I got like -2 or -4 for that one problem. But however, instead of subtracting, let's say 9 off of the total, he's only let's say it was that the question he marked 4 off the question. But let's say that the total was 9 and he only marked off 5. That was the case. I also caught that. But when I showed him both errors, he literally told me word for word, well, if you want me to take off credit now, it's too late. Nothing I'm gonna do about it now. I don't know if that was exact word for word quoting, but I mean, but in other words, it was kind of great. I never felt happier. I never felt happier. I never did. And then my grades, they're going up fast. And man, I'll just tell you right now, I'm optimistic, but at the same time, I'm keeping out a watchful eye because I don't want to lose that A ever again. Took a lot of patience. You know what, speaking of that, it taught me one life lesson. Sometimes you just can't be afraid. No matter what life brings you, you just can't be afraid. And sometimes you'll make a mistake and you'll regret it, and you think it will be irreversible no matter how. And you'll think that because the chances are so slim, it's impossible to get out of this situation. I thought I was never going to be a straight A student again. I might have had to accept the fact that I might never, well, not that I might never, I'm sorry, I'm over exaggerating. Yeah, sometimes fears trail me into like times after they're necessary, but I thought I never have an A for the rest of the semester. Now here I am, I have an A, and I have a chance to keep it, and I'm determined to keep it that way. But what this told me is that you can't be afraid, if one thing this told me is that you can't really be unnecessarily afraid of something. You can spend all your time worrying and worrying and worrying and worrying. But it's not going to change anything. Action is going to change things. But then people might ask, I should do a philosophy video on this, but summarize it up. Well, not to summarize it up, but to wrap it up. Well, if someone might ask a question, but James, what if the best thing to do what the best thing is to not take action? Well, by the definition of how I'm trying to describe it, that's taking action because you're deciding not to take action. It's an action. So that's one thing it taught me. Don't just be afraid. Do something if you can. Take action. Take it into your own hands. Yes, there's some things you can't control. That's another thing. Control. I wanted complete control over the situation. But that's something I finally had to acknowledge I didn't even have. In fact, I might have had almost no control, or that was what I was afraid of. I did have some control, but because I didn't have full, I thought I had none. And that's one thing I had to realize. Well, I realized, but I just never believed and had faith in. That's what that taught me. And now that the new year is coming around, let's see, New Year's resolutions. People say, don't do it. Don't give a thing about those New Year's resolutions. Well, to me, I think that the best thing about them is it's just another one of those times where it's like you can set. It's like a tradition to set goals. So I'm gonna take advantage of it to set goals. But now I'm not just gonna play the finite game theory. I'm gonna play the infinite game theory. I'm gonna play the game until I'm dead. I'm gonna play it. This time I'm gonna be proud of it. And this time I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna smash the entire competition. Well, I shouldn't say smash the entire competition. I should say I should smash the situation. Because I'm not competing against anybody. I'm not competing against anybody. Who do I have to compete against right now? No one. I mean, right now in high school, our grades really erased. Not unless if you want to be valedictorian, is it a competition? We don't even have a valedictorian. What incentive do I have anyway? Let's be honest about that. Maybe I should be honest about that too. So I'm gonna smash the game. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna keep winning and keep winning until, quote, I run out of the will and or resources to keep going. Anyway, Happy New Year to all of you. And as time keeps going on, Happy New Year to the entire United States of America, to the entire world. Thank you. Have a wonderful New Year, everyone. Have a Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry, I keep missing the button. Have a Happy New Year, everyone. Have a nice day. Have a nice year. Peace be on earth.